Water, water everywhere, so let's go have a drink. Oh, hey, this is what the load screen looks like. The Bad Opinion Zone. That's the name of the area I was in? Oh, mouse, you can go away. Goodbye, mouse. I should have seen that coming. How you doing, Zuccati? How you doing, King Mayro? Mayro, sorry. Alright, let us actually get started. What was I doing last time? I was looking at this microwave. There's a piece of cheese inside this computerized laser safe. The lasers have melted the edges of the cheese. It's stuck to the table. Stream will only last an hour according to Discord. Basically that was the hour in which I would like get started. I have no idea how long it will actually take me. Alfie's updated status. Oops, wait, how's the human doing? I think the human's doing alright. Top 10 shows that make you forget to do your friggin' job. Stream started at the top of the hour according to Discord. I mean, it's currently 8:25. I meant to get started roughly between 8 and 9. Because I'm not very good at staying on schedule. Okay, I'm back. Another dark room, huh? Don't worry. My hacking skills have got things covered. Oh. Oh no. Are you serious? Oh yeah! Good evening, beauties and gentle beauties. This is Mettaton, reporting live from MTT News. An interesting situation has arisen in Eastern Hotland. Fortunately, our correspondent out there, reporting live. Brave correspondent. Please find something newsworthy to report. Our 10 wonderful viewers are waiting for you. Oh my! It's a completely nondescript glass of water. But anything can make a great story with enough spin. Report this one? Yeah? Attention viewers, our correspondent has found a glass of water. But what's astonishing about this glass of water is how uninteresting it is. Like all glasses of water, it's comprised of water, glass, nitroglycerin. Wait a second. That's not a glass of water. That's a bomb! Oh. Oh no! This news report is turning into a disaster report. But don't panic. You haven't even seen the rest of the room yet. It looks like mostly things that would harm me. Oh my! It seems everything in this area is actually a bomb. That dog's a bomb. That basketball's a bomb. Even my words are. Okay, that was kind of fun. Brave correspondent, if you don't defuse all the bombs, this big bomb will blow you to smithereens in 2 minutes. What the hell? Live leak. You were ROM hacking, now you're laying in bed. Other than Underwill, yeah. This big bomb. Alright, we did that. Then you won't be reporting live any longer. How terrible. How disturbing. Our 9 viewers are going to love watching this. Good luck, darling. Ring. Don't worry. I installed a bomb defusing program on your phone. Use the defuse option when a bomb is in the defuse zone. Now, go get him. Defuse zone? There's a dog here. Annoying dog. Oh, in the defuse zone. I get it. Wait, none of these are items that help me. Dog diffused. Okay, that's not that challenging. Great job. Keep heading around the room. Try to go for the one in the bottom left next. Bottom left. Oh crap. These are... Oh, this is a walkable surface. Defuse the game. Bomb defused! 5 bombs left. Is this a bomb? This is a bomb. Defuse the script. Script bomb. Bomb defused. Is that a bomb? As per journalistic standards, a death force field threatens areas of intrigue. Okay. Defuse the present. Defuse failed. Aim for the defuse zone. Oh shoot. The bomb is still active. I noticed. Bomb defused. I don't really have enough time to do this. Basketball bomb. I'm diffused. Great job. Head for the center. I'm using EM fields to trap the glass of water there. I might make it. Bomb defused. I did make it, wow. Well done, darling. You've deactivated all the bombs. If you didn't deactivate them, the big bomb would have exploded in 2 minutes. Now it won't explode in 2 minutes. Oh, I'm shocked, Squiggles. I'm shocked that the VPN is causing you problems for some reason. BGM death report? It's funny to have 9 viewers. The numbers correspond, sadly. And yes, it was an agile glass. I noticed it like buzzing around. I was a bit worried. Instead, it'll explode in 2 seconds. Oh. Goodbye, darling. It's been a bit long. The 2 seconds. Ah! It seems the bomb isn't going off. Ring. That's because, while you were monologuing, I changed. Oh no! You deactivated the bomb with your hacking skills? Yeah, that's what I did. Curses! It seems I've been foiled again. Curse you, human! Curse you, Dr. Alphys, for helping so much. But I don't curse my 8 wonderful viewers for tuning in. Until next time, darling. Wow, we really showed him, huh? Hey, I know I was kind of weird at first, and still are, but I really think I'm getting more confident about guiding you. So don't worry about that big dumb robot. I'll protect you from him. And if it really came down to it, we could just turn... never mind. Later. I get the feeling that how that sentence was supposed to end was turn it off. Whatever. Mettaton did indeed fall off. Let's investigate this bomb. I guess this bomb is uninvestigatable. So much for that. Love that Toby Fox make characters bad act through text. I will admit it is impressive. That's a lot of lava. Ooh, look at the HDMA effect. Ring. I noticed you've been kind of quiet. Are you worried about me meeting Asgore? Well, don't worry, okay? The king is a nice guy. I'm sure you can talk to him, and with your human soul, you can pass through the barrier. So no worrying, okay? Just forget about it and smile. Click. Level 2. Please select a location. I'm gonna go back to left floor 1. I like left floor 1. Asgore is bad. You want Asgore? I don't think it's gonna be in this game for some reason. And I think this is where... Yeah, okay. Seeing the strange laboratory, you are filled with determination. There we go. I am of the opinion that if the game gives you the option to save, one should always save. And I guess left floor 3 is the place to go? Alright. Ooh, look, gears. Welcome to our parlor. Dearie, interested in some spider pastries? Oh, okay. All proceeds go to real spiders. It looks like some sort of powerful bracelet. Wait, it's just a croissant. It's a spider donut. It looks more rubbery than usual. Spider bake sale. All proceeds go to real spiders. I mean, I didn't give you the option to buy any. Check out the webs to make a purchase. Ah, okay. I ended up buying a donut. I didn't want to, but that girl, even though I told her no, she kept staring at me in this creepy way and licking her lips. Now I'm out of cash. I can go for the croissant. Let's get a croissant. A spider cider. No. That is way out of my price range. Spider... No. I can't afford it anyway. Do I save every time I open the menu in Pokemon? Fair point. No, I don't. Maybe I should. Hey, Alfie's here. This room is a little like the room we saw before. There are 2 puzzles to the north and south. You'll have to solve them both to proceed. Also, I'd like to say, I don't really like giving away puzzle solutions. But if you need help, just call me, okay? Actually, wait, I have an idea. Let's be friends on Undernet. Then you can just ping me when you need help. Wait, we're already friends, aren't we? I signed you up, didn't I? You've been reading my posts the whole time. Well, I hope you agree with me about Mew Mew 2. Click. So much cheaper in the ruins. That is true. Undernet from Battle Network. That's the crossover everybody's looking forward to. Undertale combined with Mega Man Battle Network. I'm gonna go south first, I think. Because that's where it led me. There is no run button. Oh, I need to... Right, that's how those work. No, I'm still a moron. There we go. Was that the puzzle? Hey! This, doesn't have anything to do with guiding you, but... hey, would you want to go watch a human TV show together? Sometime? It's called, You Kissy Cutie. Sure, why not? Really? It's so good. It's, my favorite show. It's all about this human girl named Mew Mew who has cat ears, which humans don't have. She's all sensitive about them, but eventually she realizes that her ears don't matter and that her friends like her despite the ears. It's really moving. Whoops, spoilers. This also sounds weird, but she has the power to control the minds of anyone she kisses. She kisses people and controls them to fix their problems. And if they don't remember anything after the kiss, I mean. But if she misses the kiss, I also mean, of course, eventually she realizes that controlling people, well, okay, I almost spoiled the whole show, but I think you'd really like it. It's no Gardener from Mario RPG. We should watch it. After you get through all this, of course. Click. Undertale X-Men. Mega Man Battle Network. I hear both those are coming to Archipelago. That is possible. How you doing, Fedora? And anyone else I forgot to say hello to. I got distracted by a game show. Shoot the opposing ship, you have one shot. Okay, and then it's mapped Soko Ban. I have one shot. What's the button to shoot? Well, that's reset. I found reset. Okay. I may need to be more clever than I'm being. So, Solver would love this game, no doubt. That's the solution. Really glad I didn't press X again. Congratulations! We proved the justice. Hey, it's a cactus. You stopped to smell the flowers. Is that it? That's all that has to do with a cactus in the middle of nowhere? I guess I don't know what I expected. Except more things to do with cactuses. This maze is not as confusing as the other one. One shot again? Just one shot, okay. Alright, what do I got here? It's the same basic principle. Need to make a gap. There's a lot of pieces I can move one to the right. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of bullshitted that solution. Oh, hey, there's people here now. My favorite Mettaton moment? Right when everything looks the baddest, when he poses dramatically. Like when he's on a cooking show and the eggs don't turn out right. My favorite Mettaton moment? When he beats up the heel-turning villains. Even if it's during what's supposed to be a quiz show. It's a lot of venting. Frisk is sus. Is that one of the names? Oh, is the cactus named Frisk? I just went in a circle for no good reason. I need to enter in down there one tile lower. There we go. Ominous green glowing doors? It's probably fine. Oh hey, save point. The smell of cobwebs fills the air. You're filled with determination. Definitely think there's a puzzle out there somewhere with enumerating these things. Get the feeling... Oh, ew! Did you hear what they just said? They said a human wearing a striped shirt will come through. I heard that they hate spiders. I should have bought a croissant. Heard they love to stomp on them. I heard that they like to tear their legs off. It's the canonical name of the MC. Ah, okay. Like you can name Chrono, whatever. Gotcha. Or Ness, probably more likely. I heard I'm stuck. That they're awfully stingy with their money. You think your taste is too refined for our pastries, don't you, dearie? Oh, I disagree with that notion. I think your taste is exactly what this next batch needs. Of course. Muffet traps you. Let's check out... She's gonna steal my... Oh, I can pay money to get her to go away. Huh. Check. Muffet attack, 38.8. Defense, 18.8. If she invites you to her parlor, excuse yourself. Don't look so blue, my dear. Am I gonna turn blue? What is turning blue to again? Ah, that's purple. That's like the opposite of blue. I'm purple now. That's not blue. Purple looks better on you. Ooh. Okay. You're trapped in a strange purple web. Oh, no. Why so pale? You should be proud. Okay. It's this game. I know how to play this game. I've played it in Mario World a lot. Muffet does a synchronized dance with the other spiders. I do not want to attack. I want to struggle. You struggle to escape the web. Muffet covers her mouth and giggles at you. Alright, that didn't help. Proud that you're gonna make a delicious cake. I mean, this is just Butter Bridge all over, or what, Cheese Bridge? I always forget which one it is. It's Butter Bridge. Thing. Muffet does a synchronized dance. Let's see about paying money, see if that helps. You pay 10G. Reduces her attack for this turn. Okay, that doesn't really help me. Let you go? Don't be silly. This is the most looted character in the game, of course. Stealing a boss fight from Seawar Mario World? Oh my. I don't think I've ever played Seawar Mario World. Oh, that 3D Garfield is terrifying. Okay, synchronized dance with the other spiders. I'll try one more time. You pay 40. Reduces their attack for this turn. Soul's gonna make every spider very happy. Hey, no donuts. Oh no, that's a lot of things. Muffet pours you a cup of spiders. That's awful. Struggle to escape the web. Oh my. Today I learned. Sup, Dorg? How you doing? I rid of me. I forgot to introduce you to my pet. It's a breakfast time, isn't it? Have fun, you two. Ah, this is cute. There's no way this pattern continues indefinitely. No, it gets faster. Oh, hello. I think I want to go upward. That's my plan for the time being. Oh, God. Muffet pours you a cup of spiders. I think I might item this turn. Do I still have... I don't have any of the spider items, do I? I'll have some instant noodles. You remove the instant noodles from their packaging. You put some water in the pot and place it on the heat. You wait for the water to boil. I don't know what I expected. It's boiling. You place the noodles into the pot. 4 minutes left until the noodles are finished. 3 minutes left until the noodles are finished. 2 minutes left until the noodles are finished. 1 minute left until the noodles are finished. The noodles are finished. They don't taste very good. You add the flavor packet. That's better. Not great, but better. You ate the instant noodles and you recovered 8 HP. Person who warned us about you. Oh, okay, I didn't. Oh, I see the deal with the donuts now. Oh no, this isn't good. Taste of the warp around you. I definitely think that money is the way to go. Reduces your attack for this turn. Offers a lot of money for your soul. That was an easy one. They're better dry. 2008 was the Japanese localization at that point. I want to open this up and look at the Nico video later. I do struggle with wall potobos, it's true. Yeah, I think I've given her most of my money. But we skip the rev. She's so amused by your antics that she'd give you a discount. Okay, that's useful. But I want that. I don't want that. I kind of thought the croissant would be useful, but I guess it was like the opposite. With the cinnamon. HP's maxed out. Oh, I probably shouldn't have eaten that. That's a much better item. It's strange, but I swore I saw them in the shadows changing shape. Okay, time to avoid delicious pastries. Croissants are like 80% butter. That's why they're delicious. Struggle. Struggle to escape the web. Nothing happened, alright. It's lunchtime, isn't it? I forgot to feed my pet. Oh boy. I know better this time. I want to be on the upside of things. Muffet does a synchronized dance with the other spiders. Okay, let's try the just giving away all my money. You're out of money. Muffet shakes her head. With the money, the spider clans can finally be united. That's good. Maybe. And the fight goes on. Doesn't have to be in despairing. I have no money. You struggled to escape the web. Nothing happened. Haven't you heard? Spiders have been trapped in the ruins for generations. Oh god. I'm bad at donuts. Muffet does a synchronized dance with the other spiders. I get the feeling I'm missing something important here. Even if they go under the door, Snowden's fatal. Cold is impassable alone. I like the croissant attack. I get the croissant attack. Muffet tidies up the web around you. Okay, out of money. Struggling hasn't been helping. Try paying. You're out of money. Muffet shakes her head. But with the money for your soul, you'll be able to rent them heated limo. Oh right, I can move laterally. I'm dumb. All the spiders clap along to the music. I figure that this is like a hint. Ball shoes? That's probably not what I want to use. Oh yeah, I've got like random crap in my inventory, don't I? Hot dog. You eat the hot dog. With all the leftovers, we could have a nice vacation. Or even build spider baseball field. Ooh, spiders. I'll play baseball. Maybe I guess if they had designated hitters, I guess it could work. Eyes up the one around you. Muffins are next. Muffins are one of the more dangerous types of pastry. Can't think of anything other than ass-kicking, but I really don't think that's the solution. One hit. See if anything changed. But enough of that. It's time for dinner, isn't it? Alright. Oh god, I'm just off. You know, you think I'd learn that I think this is basically the same every time. You're still alive? Oh, my pet, it looks like it's time for dessert. Huh? A telegram from the spiders in the ruins? What? They're saying that they saw you and you helped donate to their cause? Oh my, this has all been a big understanding. I thought you were someone that hated spiders. The person who asked for that soul, they must have meant a different human in a striped shirt. Sorry for all the trouble. I'll make it up to you. You can come back here anytime, and for no charge at all, I'll wrap you up and let you play with my pet again. Oh, just kidding. I'll spare you now. Let's get out of here. That was fun. See you again, dearie. Did I do that right? I don't know if I did that right, honestly. Still feel like I got robbed, and like the only thing I had to do really was just wait out the timer. It's a poster for Metton's latest stage performance. A tragic tale of two star-crossed lovers kept apart by the tides of fate. Looks like it's almost time for the performance. Oh no. Don't want the answer to that? I'm not sure yet. How goes the Delta Undertale rune? It's going pretty well. I got robbed blind by a spider and successfully defused 6 bombs. Could be a lot worse. The acts do nothing. You can just spare them. Wait, seriously? I could have just mercied at the beginning? Oh, well. Now I know. Oh, that human? Oh, I think we're in the stage thing now, aren't we? Could it be? My one true love? Final Fantasy VI opera noises start. I did like the spider with the memo, though. I think it was worth it for that moment alone. Oh, my love. Nothing quite like the MIDI voice lead. I think I'll let this play out. Unless I have options. Now I can move. On one hand, I kind of want to know what happens if I leave. On the other hand, this is fantastic. Oh, spare also advances the fight. Gotcha. It's just for a lot of bosses, a minimal number of turns you need to survive before you can spare them for real. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I guess I did that in other bosses, where I started using spare because it had less text, and there was nothing else happening. So... Someone found the cluster spire. So sad. So sad that you are going to the dungeon. Well, toodles. Ooh. Oh no! Whatever shall I do? My love has been cast away into the dungeon. A dungeon with puzzles so dastardly my paramour will simply perish. Surely perish. Oh heavens have mercy! The horrible colored tile maze. Each colored tile has its own sadistic function. For example, a green tile sounds like a noise and then you must fight a monster. Red tiles will... Actually, wait a second. Didn't we see this puzzle about 100 rooms ago? That's right, you remember all the rules, don't you? Great, then I won't waste your time repeating them. Ah, I am so fucked. Oh, and you'd better hurry, because if you don't get through in 30 seconds... Fire! You'll be incinerated by these jets of fire. My poor love, I'm filled with grief. I can't stop laughing. Good luck, darling. Alright, green is bad because it makes noises. Wait, but red is impassable. Fuck it, I'm just gonna run. Oh right, flavor makes a difference. Crap, I can't go on blues anymore. I think I'm just trapped. Huh. Maybe if I did actually know what the rules were, I might have had a chance. Oh well, I'm dead. Oh, I'm so sorry. Looks like you're out of time. Here come the flames, darling. They're closing in. Getting closer. Oh my. Any minute now. Robotic cough. Ring. Watch out! I'll save you! I'm hacking into the firewall right now. Oh no! How could this happen? Foiled again by the brilliant Dr. Alphys. I feel I've gone past, like, Duff Man straight to, like, Keanu now. That's right. Come on, Mettaton. Give up already. You'll never be able to defeat us. Not as long as we work together. Your puzzle's over. Now go home and leave us alone. Puzzle? Oh, puzzle? Over? Alphys, darling, what are you talking about? Did you forget what the green tiles do? They make a sound, then you have to fight a monster. Well, darling, that monster is me! Alright. I didn't get to save between here and there. Oh, what's up, Louie? How you doing? Purple is lemon shaded alongside it. Yeah, there's a solution, but literally nobody finds it first try. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's check out Mettaton. Attack 30, defense 255. His metal body still renders him invulnerable to attack. This is it, darling. Say goodbye. Is that your phone? You'd better answer it. Seems bad, but don't worry. There's one last thing I installed on your phone. Oh my. Hack into the mainframe? I mean, it's a Unix machine. I know this. See that yellow button? Go to this phone, its act menu, and press it. Your phone's act menu is glowing. Yellow! You press the yellow button. The phone is resonating with Mettaton's presence. Oh, that yellow glow! I'm yellow now. Now press Z! Okay. Ooh! Ooh! You've defeated me! How can this be? You are stronger than I thought, etc. Yeah, later. I kind of figured that was going to be a rigged battle. Looks like you beat him. You did a really great job out there. Oh, thanks to you. What? Oh, I didn't realize I had an option there. You were the one doing everything cool. I just wrote some silly programs for your phone. Hey, this might sound strange, but can I tell you something? Before I met you, I didn't really like myself very much. For a long time, I felt like a total screw-up. Like I couldn't do anything without ending up letting everybody down. But guiding you has made me feel a lot better about myself. So thanks for letting me help you. Anyway, we're almost to the core. It's just past the MTT Resort. Come on, let's finish this. Mettaton sung it better, it's true. Miku can't always win. I can definitely see that there is, like, a path here, but it definitely is something I'd have to, like, know in advance. 30 seconds is not enough time to intuit and actually exit that with all the nonsense. I'm definitely buying a hot dog. Well, that's what's left. Hey, it's you again. Business is excellent here. These two fellows bought all my ice cream. I've actually sold out of everything. Sorry. Wait, I've still got something for you. A big smile! How about that? I don't think it heals very much, sadly. Oh, hey. We're, like, taking a rain check on that killing you thing. Like, don't tell Undine about this, okay? He seems happy. At the risk of being banned on the platform, what are my thoughts on gambling? I think it's pretty damn silly the way that SMW Central set it up. Hey, hey, do you remember my name? Did you? Oh, crap, do I? Yes. What? You remember? How could I be so easily defeated? I'll always remember that you remembered. I'm glad I wasn't tested, because I don't think I remember that damn thing's name. Heats Flamesman literally doesn't check. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. Canonical voice for each character. Tora, literally any cartoon mom. Papyrus, He-Man skeleton. Sans, most critical. Mettaton, Pegasus dub voice. Oh, I love Pegasus dub voice, but I don't actually hear it anymore. I usually hear the bad approximation that they use in the abridged version. Magma hot guy. Yeah, the split thing basically ruined whatever strategy there was. And Neuvern found the right strategy the first day, and I discovered the exact same strategy the second day, which was always bet a fourth. You would never bankrupt, and because the expected return is higher than 1x over time, you will always get ahead. Until they add ways to reduce the expected return below that. So the correct strategy is probably something akin to betting a sixth of your net worth. But who the fuck wants to calculate that? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! The first Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing. Pegasus is the guy with like light purple hair that goes over his eye that's secretly an ancient Egyptian laser beam emitter. And comes up with weird cards. It's a strange show. Hey, go up the creepy alleyway on the right for some great deals. If only I had any money. Hey, heard you going to the core. How about grabbing some dinner with me first? Yeah, I'm hungry, sure. Great, thanks for treating me. I don't have any money. Over here, I know a shortcut. Into the restaurant. You can guess who that is. You think the expected return is a lot lower now? Yes, definitely a lot lower now. Which I think is why the actual correct thing to do with Split is probably just gamble a small amount every time. It's very stupid. He's one of the characters that has eyeballs in that show, it's true. Here we are. So, your journey's almost over, huh? You must really want to go home. Hey, I know the feeling, Butto. Butto. Though, maybe sometimes it's better to take what's given to you. Down here, you've already got food. Drink, friend. And what you have to do, really worth it? Yeah, he has the Millennium Eyeball. Yeah, I think Split would have to be a lot rarer for it to not be the correct strategy. It seems like it's equal amongst the other rollers, but it's hard for me to tell. I'm like vaguely tempted once it stops to like sneak my bot into the Discord, look at the history of that channel, and actually find out what the true odds are. But I don't care for it. Do you get anything for gambling? I think you get a badge at the end of it if you're within the top something or other, which is why I'm not messing with the amount of money I have now, because I'm like, I was in 9th last time I checked. Ah, forget it. I'm rooting for you, kid. The bass just kicked in. Hey, let me tell you a story. So I'm a sentry in the Snowden Fields, right? I sit out there and watch for humans. It's kind of boring. Fortunately, deep in the forest, there's this huge locked door, and it's perfect for practicing knock-knock jokes. So one day, I'm knocking them out, like usual. I knock on the door and say, knock knock, and suddenly, from the other side, I hear a woman's voice. Who's there? So, naturally, I respond. Dishes. Dishes who? This is a very bad joke! And then she just howls with laughter. Like it's the best joke she's heard in 100 years. So I keep them coming, and she keeps laughing. She's the best audience I've ever had. Then, after a dozen of them, she knocks and says, knock knock. I say, who's there? Old lady. Old lady who? Oh, I didn't know you could yodel. Wow. Needless to say, this woman was extremely good. We kept telling each other jokes for hours. Eventually, I had to leave. Papyrus gets kind of cranky with that his bedtime story. But she told me to come by again, and so I did. Then I did again and again. It's a thing now. Telling bad jokes through the door. It rules. I know where this is going. One day, though, I noticed she wasn't laughing very much. I asked her what was up, and then she told me something strange. If a human ever comes through this door, would you please promise something? Watch over them and protect them. Will you not? Now, I hate making promises. And this woman, I don't even know her name, but someone who sincerely likes bad jokes has an integrity you just can't say no to. Do you get what I'm saying? That promise I made to her? You know what would have happened if she hadn't said anything, buddy? You'd be dead where you stand. Yep. Hey, lighten up, bucko. I'm just joking with you. Besides, haven't I done a great job protecting you? I mean, look at yourself. You haven't died a single time. That's actually true. I have avoided all deaths except for the first one I took before meeting Sans. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? Am I wrong? Well, that's all. Take care of yourself, kid. Because sometime someone really cares about you. It's some kind of TV show featuring Mettaton. I have this feeling I'm going to run into him about 17 more times. It's a platoon of ficuses. Ficuses are a weird plant. As I came in, I realized I forgot to make a reservation, but I didn't want to look like I messed up, so I kept walking in anyway. Now I'm just kind of consuming dew off this ficus. It's a potted plant. It's a potted plant. This one's slightly different if you truly haven't died a single time in the game. Huh. So where's this woman now? That's a good question, isn't it, Soap Agent? It's a really good question. Originally, we dug mazes with puzzles in order to foil human attacks, but now, building things winding and confusing, it seems some awful tradition. You can't go 2 feet without being up to your armpits in puzzles. Even how tall he is, that has to be a lot of puzzles. I work at the core. Inside is a maze made of swappable parts. That means we can shuffle the layout at will. Boy, was today a fun day. I sure love puzzle. I'm the resort comedian. I'm very funny. People laugh at my jokes. Now, my son, he wants to be a comedian like his father. But his jokes ain't funny. He tells these awful puns. He's an embarrassment to our family. That's not funny. Since his mother passed on, he couldn't stand living at home anymore. So he ran away. Haven't seen him since. I'm a terrible father. That's not funny. No, that wasn't. None of that was funny. The potted plant. Blub blub. You'll have to reserve a table to eat here. You'll also need to reserve your chair, your silverware, your food, your... Oh, that's the same thing. Well, this does explain why that dude's licking dew off a ficus. It's complicated. Yes, Kappa is keeping track of things. Killed an ice cap. Told the way to the fight. Not the ice caps! It's unintuitive for the first fight. Yes, indeed. It was very unintuitive. I still don't actually know how to not kill her, unfortunately. Your first playthrough, you killed everything? At least I tried being a bit villainous. I can see it. I've killed exactly 2 things. It took me a while to remember. I did kill someone because I really wanted their hat and thought that might give me their hat. It turns out it did not give me their hat. The relaxing atmosphere of this hotel. It fills you with determination. To be fair, it's a pretty lousy reason to kill somebody. Welcome to MTT Resort, Hotland's biggest apartment building themed turned hotel. Whether you're here for a night or still live here, MTT Resort prides itself on a great stay. Just passing through? Nice. MTT Resort prides itself on being passed through. There's an inscription on this fountain. Royal Memorial Fountain, built in the year 20 X. Mettaton added last week. I don't know if I want to talk to that thing. We'll talk to the finger. We'll talk to the hand first. Yes, we know, the elevated city is not working. Because of this incident, rooms are running on a special rate. Go to your room. Interested? No. I can't afford anything. Do let us know if you change your mind. Have a sparkular day. Yee. Oh, ice cap. Yeah. That's what you meant, the ice caps. I got confused for a sec. It is a really nice hat. I really wanted that hat. Yeah, I'm not going to be home tonight. I think there's some cold pizza in my treasure hoard you can heat up. Problems that dragons have, huh? As a slime, I'm outraged. Didn't expect that. Alright, let's talk to the, what do I call this thing? Doesn't have wings, so it's not really a sphinx. It's like a human-faced cat thing. I don't know. This elevator goes straight to the capital, but it stopped working. The hotel's doing its best to accommodate everybody stuck here. Alright, let's see what else is around here. Yeah, we wasted a lot of money on spiders and tuition. How was Muffet? I spent all my money on Muffet and got very little in return. Oh, hey. It's a shop. I have 1G. Thanks, but we, like, don't really need anything. Oh my god, can you go get us some glam burgers? We don't really need... Wait, I'll pay you 100G, 1000G if you get Mettaton to autograph my butt. Let's learn about these two. I'm Bratty, I'm Caddy, and this is my best friend, Caddy, Bratty. A hyuk. The stuff inside is, like, totally wicked expensive. But, like, this stuff we found is, like, totally wicked cheap. You should, like, totally wicked buy all of it. I mean, like, where does anyone get guns or food? Or we found it in the garbage. It's good garbage. It's, like, really good garbage. Where do we get the garbage? Like, the garbage store. Duh. Waterfall mostly. I found a gun in a dumpster! Oh my god, Mettaton. He's like my robot husbando. I think we're like both gonna marry him. We're both already married to him. Oh god. He just like doesn't know it yet. We're gonna keep doing this. So like Dr. Alfie's built Mettaton, right? That's like what they tell you. But like Mettaton always acts like being built was his idea somehow. Even right after it was built, he acted like Alfie's was his old friend. But they're like, not friends anymore. Yeah, unlike me and Bratty. Best friends forever. Old. Oh my god, Mettaton. I don't know why I had to click on that. I done got trolled by the old. Hotel stuck. About Alfie's. Oh my god, Alfie's. She used to live on our street. She was like a big sister. I mean, like, if your big sister takes you on trips to the dump, she showed up at showed us the coolest places to find trash. She was all cool as collecting these weird cartoons. Then she became the royal scientist. Yeah, we haven't seen her in forever. So Alfie's has always, like, thought Asgore is a super cutie. So, like, I'm pretty sure she made Mettaton to, like, totally impress him. A robot with a soul? That's, like, super relevant to his hobbies. So after seeing Mettaton, Asgore asked her to do all this science stuff for him. But nobody's, like, seen anything from her yet. Or her at all. She must, like, just stay in her lab all day. Like, live a little, girl. Yeah, like us. Oh my god, he's a total goober. He's a big, fuzzy goofball. Like, I love that guy. He's, like, so nice. God, we're, like, so hyped for the destruction of humanity. Alright, well, that was something. Like, see you later, and stuff. There's a lot of heart moment there. Okay. So, I guess passing through is the thing I should have been doing. Ooh-ah! Room service. Got my CT? Yes. No, you don't. It's locked from the inside. Ooh-ah! Room service. Got my cinnamon bun? Yes. No, you don't. You hear shuffling. Looks like you could put something under the door. What? But you didn't have anything appealing. Seems busy. Seems busy. Why is there space before punctuation? I don't know. Welcome to MTT Brand, Burger Emporium, home of the Glam Burger. Sparkle up your day. Starfait, Glam Burger, legendary hero, steak in the shape of Mettaton's face. 60 HP, wow. I can't afford any of it. Sell? Why is this person trying to sell me something that's a hamburger restaurant? I'm just trying to survive. Oh, that face. I'm sorry. It's against the rules to talk to customers who haven't bought anything. Alright. God, that's terrible. Whore. Can you tell us stuff about the quiz when Mettaton asks who Avi's crush was? I thought I got that one right. Like, she did arbitrarily try to help us cheat before then, but since I managed to pass it, I think I'm fine with a little spoiler there. The best shot in the game. Ring. Huh? Who are they? Nobody else is supposed to be here. Oh well, we can't worry about that now. Click. Did I miss something? I know this tune. Ready? This is it. Take the elevator to the top of the core. Click. But I have other options, don't I? The elevator isn't working. Of course it's not working. What? The elevator should be working. Well then, go to the right and keep heading up. I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm going left. Hey, why don't you try to go to the right first? Watch out! Question answered why I don't go to the right first. Magic. Pops out of its hat. 29, 34. This magical mercenary only says magic words. Abracadabra! He shoots crosses at me. Magic does a mysterious jig. Clear mind. You ignore magic and think of pollen and sunshine. Your defense increased by 1. I don't know what Clear Mind does. I thought it raised your special attack. I'm not that good at Pokemon. Magic does a mysterious jig. Talk? Magic interrupts you by chattering to itself. It seems satisfied. Please and thank you. Those are in fact magic words. Smells like magic. Oh, that works. 60 gold! I'm on my way to having money again. It was close. What? Why are there so many monsters here? I mean, it's no problem, right? We've just got to keep heading forward. Should I go right? Yet more music stolen from that. Undine and Asgore are valid answers. You get super embarrassed. Oh my. What's up, Howalooch? How you doing? Single magic. Calm Mind raises special attack and special defense by 1 base. Oh, it's Calm Mind. Clear Mind is something different. Oh. I am learning. Ring. Looks like you can't proceed until you hit the switch, but those lasers will activate when you do. Looks like they'll come in this order. Orange, orange, blue. Got it? Move until the 3rd one. Click. I wasn't expecting that, actually. Ring. Oh my god, are you okay? I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong order. Everything's fine, right? Let's just keep heading to the right. The crossroads. Try heading to the right. Wait, no. I think you should head up. No, I think your first inclination was right. Huh? I guess this was the right way. More lasers. Okay, I won't mess around this time. Just deactivate the lasers and let you through. They're not turning off. Can't turn them off. It's okay. I have this under control. I'm going to turn off the power for the whole node. Then you can walk across. Okay, go. Click. Gonna turn on halfway through. I already know it. Wait. Stop. The power. It's turning itself back on. Damn it. This isn't supposed to... I'm gonna turn it off again. When it turns off, move a little, and then stop. Okay? You won't get hurt. Click. Sooner or later, this puzzle happens in like every game like this, I think. See? I've got everything under control. Everything's under control. Yeah, I got it wrong, but it worked out in my favor. Ring. Okay. You should, I don't know. This doesn't look like my map at all. I'm sorry. I have to go. And now knowing that she doesn't know anything, the air is filled with the smell of ozone. It fills you with determination. I think I disagree. An ice cube. That's a good sign. Honestly, I'm a little bit curious about the paths I didn't take. Wonder what the furnaces were supposed to do. Alright, so what would have happened if I went this way? Oh. Her advice is bad. Night blocks the way. Let's check out the Night. 3636. This Mettaton mercenary wields the Good Morning Star. Farewell! Very, very Toho. Night breathes deeply. Sing. You sing an old lullaby. Night starts to look sleepy. Adieu. Always one. Night breathes deeply. You keep singing. Night closes its eyes a bit. Good night. Night smashes her morning star. You keep singing. Night falls asleep. Night is snoring. Bye, Night. Sorry, I thought that. Let's try the right path instead. I mean, I feel like that one was just a freebie, right? Like, it clearly was the right solution. There's no way that couldn't be the right solution. Ah, spaghetti. Ah, ravioli. I literally missed nothing by not doing that. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Toby Fox is pretty good about anticipating what people will do. I guess they never anticipated someone to just blow off her advice and then go back and check. Alright, I have a long walk. Let me save again. It's part of the Alphys is kind of not smart bit. Well, I think in this case she's just ignorant about what the core is, because as the one of the dudes told us, they can rearrange it to as they see fit. Also, this entire area is giving me like huge Black Omen vibes from Chrono Trigger, which, you know, is pretty awesome actually. I feel like I need to make a map. All right, I'm gonna left-hand rule it. Ooh, a puzzle. 2 shots. I don't need 2 shots. I solved that assuming 1 shot even after saying 2 shots. Left-hand rule forbids me from going that way first. Oh, wait, look! There's a Glamburger inside this trash can. Will you take it? Yeah. You got the Glamburger. I wonder if I can get money for that Glamburger. And astigmatism draws near. 3226. This relentless bully always gets its way. Don't pick on me. Okay. Gives you a hypnotizing glare. I'm gonna pick on him. You pick on him. How dare you? I'll use the exact same attack. Should've just ran to the left. This has gone bloodshot. Pick on again! How dare you? Yeah, I don't think that was effective. Let's try this corner. That was not a good corner. It's gone bloodshot, okay? Challenge. You stand up to the astigmatism. Dare you defy me? Oh, hey, those things come back. I don't like reflecting donuts. Gaze through your soul. Huh. Don't pick on? You don't pick on it. Finally, someone gets it. Guess I should have remembered that from the last time I fought something that did that gimmick. There we go. 50 gold. Boy, do I need gold. I think I might have reached the weakness of my left-hand turn thing. Actually, no, it works as long as there's no holes in the graph, right? Whimsalot and Final Frogget. Not reading the lore. Yeah. If only there were signs or something. I probably should look for those. Ball and chain swarm attack. Need a ball and chain generator. Any sprite generator? Now you want to try this? It works if all the walls are connected. Yes. In fact, I played a WLDC level that had like maces that could become unfixed from their central point and reattach to other sprites. It was really weird. Whimsalot. It finally stopped worrying. Not this time. Skip, jump. Whimsalot shakes its head dismissively. The soul? To reassure Whimsalot that what it's doing is alright. I've made my peace. God, I need healing again. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Oh god. I'm dead. I got my ass kicked by a frog. Well, shoot. Our fate rests upon you, and you're dead. Or, sorry, butts. Stay determined. Yeah, in the Winter Contest, it was won by Disc Pop. It was a level by Disc Poppy. I'm not saying Disc Poppy won, I'm saying it was a level by the person named Disc Poppy. Yeah, I feel I want to rejuvenate. Alright. There we go. East, the end. I thought these were window dressing. North, the warrior's path. West, the sage's path. Any path leads to the end. Okay, that explains things now. I feel sage. Please Toho better. I'll try. Oh right, that get me the burger. Yes, I will take the burger. Why not relax and have a nice snack? That's sure some lore. Traverse the northern room and the end will open. Okay. Wait, no. Get lost and stay that way. To the east. This is the end. I cannot fight. I cannot think. But, with patience, I will make my way through. Alright, my mental map of this place is getting better. There's a button I cannot press. Alright, astigmatism. I know what to do here. Don't pick on. And there we go. That's the money I need. Weird shape where some parts look like edge or not actually an edge. Behind this door must be the elevator to the King's Castle. You're filled with determination. What? Wait, this is an elevator right here. And an elevator and a door. I have to go through the door. It's a scary door. Oh, it's a scary door. Oh yeah! There you are, darling. It's time to have another little showdown. It's time to finally stop the malfunctioning robot. Not! Malfunction, reprogramming, get real. This was all just a big show. An act. Alphys has been playing you for a fool the whole time. As she watched you on the screen, she grew attached to your adventure. She desperately wanted to be a part of it. So she decided to insert herself into your story. She reactivated puzzles. She disabled elevators. She enlisted me to torment you. All so she could save you from the dangers that didn't exist. All so that you would think that she's a great person. And she's not. And now it's time for her finest hour. At this very moment, Alphys is waiting outside this room. During our battle, she will interrupt. She will pretend to deactivate me, saving you one final time. Finally, she'll be the heroine of our adventure. You'll regard her so highly, she'll even be able to convince you not to leave. Or not. You see, I've had enough of this predictable charade. I have no desire to harm humans. Far from it, actually. My only desire is to entertain. After all, the audience deserves a good show, don't they? And what's a good show without a plot twist? Hey, what's going on? The door just locked itself. Sorry, folks. The old programming's been canceled. But we've got a finale that will drive you wild. A real drama, real action, real bloodshed. On our new show, Attack of the Killer Robot. Well, shit. Mettaton attacks. Mettaton, 30, 255. Seriously, his metal bond really isn't vulnerable. Yes, I was the one who rearranged the core. I was the one that hired everybody to kill you. That, however, was a short-sighted plan. You know what would be 100 times better? Killing you myself. That's not gonna work. That worthless pea-shooter won't work on me, darling. Don't you understand what acting is? Mettaton. Burr. These are great options. Wait, why did I check him again? I already saw this. Listen, darling, we've seen you fight. You're weak. If you continue forward, Asgore will take your soul. And with your soul, Asgore will destroy humanity. Oh, I have to do something now. I wonder if I could have shot those things. Let's try burning. This is probably what you'll do if things continue in this manner. But if I get your soul, I can stop Asgore's plan. I can save humanity from destruction. Okay, I can destroy these. That's good to know. I guess there's nothing to do. We'll just wait. Then using your soul, I'll cross through the barrier. No disassemble. And become the star I've always dreamed of being. Hundreds, thousands, no, millions of humans will watch me. Mettaton. Blitz, glamour, I'll finally have it all. So what if a few people have to die? That's show business, baby. I can't see what's going on, but please don't give up, okay? There's one last way to beat Mettaton. This is a work in progress, so don't judge it too hard. But you know how Mettaton always faces forward? That's because there's a switch on his backside. So if you can turn him around and press the switch, he'll be vulnerable. Well, gotta go. I was kind of hoping I could shoot that. Turn. You tell Mettaton that there's a mirror behind him. Oh, a mirror? Right, I have to look perfect for the grand finale. Huh, I don't see it. Where is it? Did you just flip my switch? Oh, yes. Wait, that's the opposite of what I was expecting. Oh my! If you flip my switch, that can only mean one thing. You're desperate for the premiere of my new body. How rude. Luckily for you, I've been aching to show this off for a long time. Not push the yellow switch. As thanks, I'll give you a handsome reward. I'll make your last living moments absolutely beautiful. Okay, he's a shoujo. Alright. Mettaton EX makes his premiere. Check. Mettaton EX, 47, 47. His weak point is his heart-shaped core. Oh, I didn't read that. Okay, I understand this, and I don't like it. Okay. Smells like Mettaton. Heel turn! You turn and scoff at the audience. They're rooting for your destruction this turn. Dance, romance, bloodshed! You know, oh, right, mini robots. Yeah, I definitely did not do that one right. I have a glam burger. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, that'll everyone craves. Okay, so when you shoot the feet, they reset. That's good to know. Eat the glam burger. Audience loves the brand. Smile for the camera. That last shot was an accident, and I'm very happy about it. I want my stain apron back on. Ooh, it's time for a pop quiz. I hope you brought a keyboard. I have, in fact. This one's an essay question. What do you love most about Mettaton? He's kinda okay and robotic and stuff. I guess. Nice, you get a gold star. Huh, okay, I feel okay about that. Saving your essay for future use. Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna pose. You pose dramatically. The audience nods. Your essay really showed everyone your heart. Why don't I show you mine? Mettaton. Alright. Let's boast. You say you aren't going to get hit at all. Oh crap. Ratings gradually increase during Mettaton's turn. I'm just warming up. I didn't get hit at all. I don't think it matters what I choose now. But how are you on the dance floor? I almost had that. Okay. Can you keep up the pace? Blue. 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 Mettaton. Guess I should do things for the purpose of the audience. Pose! Despite being hurt, you pose dramatically. The audience applause. Lights, camera, bombs? Alright, I got that one. Mettaton. One more pose. Despite being hurt, pose dramatically. Things are blowing up! Let's heel turn. Turn and scoff at the audience. They're rooting for your destruction this turn. Time for our union-regulated break. Happy break time! That was a good break. How does this work on console ports? That's a good question. I'd assume on-screen keyboard for the Switch at least. My guess, I need to get ratings up to 10,000. Posing seems to be good. Oh god, that pose. We've grown so distant, darling. How about another heart-to-heart? It's one of these types of attacks. Off. His arms fell off. I've disarmed him. Pose. Arms? Who needs arms with legs like these? Oh no, I'm still going to win. Oh god, I'm screwed. Yep, I wasn't ready for it. Was doing so well. Can't give up just yet, it's true. There were several mistakes that were made, such as accidentally de-equipping my thing and not actually having any consumables. No one's ready for Mettaton. That is true. How you doing, Silver Fox Flame? Okay. I don't like these together. Some game overs are to be expected because, you know, this is my first playthrough. Want to know something silly that happened during that fight that I probably didn't notice? There's probably a lot of silly things that happened during that fight that I didn't notice. Sure, lay it on me. Why is it only this fight? I have many regrets. Well, actually, no, this is a different fight. This is not the frog. I would have taken this one, because I know how to deal with the other one. Don't pick on him. Oh, right, because there's two characters here, that's not going to work. You've seen enough. I really have. There we go. When you equip the manly bandana, your ratings went up by 100? 1,000? What, seriously? I did not notice that. I wonder if that's just an effect that changing equipment has in general, is sort of like a change of costume. Or if that was specifically the manly bandana. Audience loves watching play dress up. Ah, okay. Alright, let's see. Well, oh no, we can only buy things that are restorative. Oh, God, I hate that face. This shop sells garbage. I can afford garbage, maybe. Junk food, empty gun, bullets not included. Cowboy hat, attack up when worn. Probably a key to someone's house. I kind of want that, I'm not gonna lie. Junk food, 17 HP. But it is only 25. This is not a good trade, I will be completely honest. There's a lot more to that fight than surface level stuff. I kind of figured, like, my thesis for how that fight works so far is that your goal is to get the ratings up to 10,000. That's my theory so far. And killing him and hurting him might be incidental. Maybe. We'll see. No, I wanted to save here because there's a smart place to save. Don't be dumb. And I even remembered that pressing X will let me skip some dialogue. Oh, hey, I got to skip that. Really? Where? What'd I just do? Oh, it skips me right to the second half of the fight. Clever. Very clever. Got it. That's nice. Yeah. I just like checking. I just enjoy it. It's camera action. Now that I understand the nature of the foot fight. Okay. Pose. I'm gonna go with pose without knowing anything else. You know, I don't think I need to hit the bombs. Gonna keep posing dramatically. The idol everyone craves. Yeah, I got hit and that raised the bar there a bit. Smells like Mettaton. Smile for the camera. I'm gonna boast. I'm feeling it. Ooh, it's time for a pop quiz. I hope you brought a keyboard. This one's an essay question. His dance moves are truly X. X. Why isn't oh, I can't use X. Dancing? Oh, thank you. I'm self-taught. Okay, that's kind of cute. Mettaton is saving your essay for future use. Mistakes were made. Essay really showed everyone your heart. Why don't I show you mine? There we go, that's one. Danger peril strats. You attack him without killing, you get a ratings boost. Okay. Peril strats, basically you were thinking, Stratford glitchless is to get a fuck ton of clothes and switch them during the fight. Ah. Keep the band-aid all the way through the fight. Glitch, you could literally punch card and skip. Of course, you can use the punch card to solve all problems. Just warming up. I missed all of them. Oh no, I've disappointed. Oh no, better not disappoint people more. Those things are taking forever to despawn. Okay. Yeah, I guess the Glamburger's gonna raise my my esteem, and eating cold garbage is definitely not going to. Okay, dance floor is easy. Like I know what to do here, and it's on the beat. Okay. You know what? We are gonna do that. Let's go man down. 150. Or 1,500. Can I keep the pace? I think so. Oh, I was about to fuck up too. What about the ball shoes? I equipped the ballet shoes. No one cares about my ballet shoes. I was like, Mettaton, I pose. Things are blowing up. I'm not good at moving out of the way even though it was like one tile. Despite being hurt, you pose dramatically. The audience applauds. Time for our union-regulated break. I love the break. He's really going all out. Grown so distant. How about another heart-to-heart? I'm gonna have to eat that garbage next turn. Oh god. Oh, at least his arms fell off. That works out. That works for me. Let's find out how bad this goes. You eat the junk food. The audience is disgusted. You recovered 70 HP. Who needs arms with legs like these? I'm still going to win. Oh, right. I can destroy the boxes. Are you kidding me? Oh. Okay, smells like Mettaton. Yeah, I don't care. I need the HP. Come on. Ah, I almost remembered. Okay, Mettaton's doing things. Pose. I'm close. The show must go on. I'm gonna just hang out over here on the right side just in case it rewinds. Despite being hurt, you pose dramatically. The audience applauds. Drama! Action! Mettaton. Despite being wounded, you pose dramatically. The audience gasps. Lights! Camera! Enough of this! Do you really want humanity to perish? Or do you just believe in yourself that much? Oh god. Oh, I'm fucked. I just got backwards. I was like, oh, I can shoot the boxes. No, I can't shoot the boxes. 2-2 is armor, shoes, or weapons. Butts, stay determined. Get my ass kicked by a dancing robot. I did make it. I made it. Shootable boxes and unshootable boxes. Yeah, I just spaced on which one that was. At least I get to read this dialogue this time. Seems like you could skip the monologue by turning him around now. What will you do? Skip. You told Mettaton there was something cool behind him. Very clever. Alright. It's the first turn, let's do it. Manly bandana. And then I'll skip back to my old one. Even though it gets me no ratings bonus, I still want the better defensive object. There we go. Now... I think... Boast? Don't know what the phase is. Definitely should have boasted. Alright, I'm gonna go back to just posing. You can't go wrong with posing dramatically. Smile for the camera. Ooh, it's time for a pop quiz. Hope you brought a keyboard. Alright, I gotta come up with something else. Okay. His sense... Oh, God. What? I didn't even get to finish! Ow. I even misspelled it. Saving your essay for future use. I guess you must get a maximum number of backspaces. I say, really showed everyone your heart. Why don't I show you mine? I'm learning. You only fire one object each. That might not be worth it. There we go. Another pose. Just warming up. Right, and these are the ones that take forever to despawn. Yeah, his senk. Truly. Like a set of compliments. What I was going to do was to say a sense of style is second to none. But no, I messed up immediately. Okay, I love the dance floor. I'm going to boast next turn because I know I can get away with it. Can I keep with pace? Of course I can. Okay, back to posing. Lights, camera, bombs. I'm so bad at these somehow. Pose. Things are blowing up. And that they did. This is break time, right? Time for our union-regulated break. Yeah! Best attack, NA. Okay, Mettaton. Pose dramatically. The audience nods. Grown so distant. How about another heart-to-heart? Okay, I'm gonna only have to heal next turn. Got it. Disarmed him. Maybe one more turn. Despite being hurt, you pose dramatically. Armed? Who needs arms with legs like these? I'm still gonna win. Alright, destructible boxes. Far right, middle. Now I heal. Glamburger, it's the way to go. Come on. Box. Off by one. Okay, another pose. Joe must go on. Mettaton. As much as it hurts. Better than dying. Okay, there was a nice gap there. No more templates or anything else. Pose. Lights, camera, bombs. Enough of this. Do you really want humanity to perish? Or do you just believe in yourself that much? I dodged that somehow, huh? Despite being hurt, you still pose. How inspiring. Well, darling, it's either me or you, but I think we both know who's gonna win. Witness the true power of humanity's star. Oh no! Oh god. I hit the bomb and not the heart. Well. Mettaton. I got him up to over 10k. He's falling apart on me. Eat the junk food. Ooh, look at these ratings. This is the most viewers I've ever had. We've reached the viewer call-in milestone. One lucky viewer will have the chance to talk to me before I leave the underground forever. Let's see who calls in first. I didn't need to heal, did I? Hi, you're on TV. What do you have to say to on our last show? Oh, hi, Mettaton. I really liked watching your show. My life was pretty boring, but seeing you on the screen brought excitement to my life, vicariously. I can't tell, but I guess this is the last episode? I'll miss you, Mettaton. Oh, I didn't mean to talk so long. Oh. No, wait! Boo! They already hung up. I'll take another caller. Mettaton, your show made us so happy. Mettaton, I don't know what I'll watch without you. Mettaton, there's a Mettaton-shaped hole in my Mettaton-shaped heart. I see. Everyone, thank you so much. Darling, perhaps it might be better if I stay here for a while. Humans already have stars and idols, but monsters, they only have me. If I left, the underground would lose its spark. I'd leave an aching void that can never be filled. So, I think I'll have to delay my big debut. Besides, you've proven to be very strong. Perhaps even strong enough to get past Asgore. I'm sure you'll be able to protect humanity. Haha, it's all for the best. Anyway, the truth is, this form's energy consumption is inefficient. In a few moments, I'll run out of battery power, and, well, I'll be alright. Knock 'em dead, darling. And everyone, thank you. You've been a great audience. Oh. I'll catch up again on chat. Sorry, it's been a hard fight for that kind of thing. NTI is a compliment, intelligence. Ah, the word detection's pretty generous. Oh, dang. 2 unique requirements, 10k plus legs gone, or just 12k? That's why 10k wasn't enough last time. Ah, okay. Now I know. You managed to open the lock. Are you two? Oh my god. Mettaton! Mettaton, are you? Fabulous? Yes. Thank God, it's just the batteries. Mettaton, if you were gone, I would've... hey, it's no problem. You know, he's just a robot. If you messed it up, I could always just build another. Why don't you go on ahead? It's out of batteries. I just need a moment. Ow. Pretty sure if you the ratings optimally, you can literally win the fight without destroying anything? Huh. That I'm not surprised at. If you win the fight, then does he still run out of batteries but shows up with legs on the world map? Sorry about that. Let's keep going. Got a lizard following me now. So you're about to meet Asgore, huh? You must be pretty excited about all that, huh? You'll finally get to go home. Banger alert? Oh, I'm ready. Well, wait. I mean, I was just going to, say goodbye, and I can't take this anymore. I lied to you. A human soul isn't strong enough to cross the barrier alone. It takes at least a human soul, and a monster soul. If you want to go home, you'll have to take his soul. You'll have to kill Asgore. I mean, I think I might already have a monster soul lying around. You know, I did that before. I'm sorry. Well, now we know. And now we have the elevator. Do 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 do. All right. There's no determination message. I don't know how I feel about that. Look at that, what, 4 or 5 layer parallax? Snazzy. I mean, it's easy to do on a computer comparatively, but still. You've elevator music? Oh. Never heard real elevator music in real life, huh? I mean, I think it's a thing that kind of passed its time, since elevators got faster and more efficient and it required people to push buttons. But I could be wrong on that front. Look at all the identical houses. Identical houses. So quite literally, I ended up humming the girl from Ipanema through that amazing song, apparently. My bad. This looks very familiar for obvious reasons. The way is blocked by 2 padlocks. There's a note attached. Howdy, I'm in the garden. You have anything you need to get off your chest? Please don't hesitate to come. The keys are in the kitchen and the hallway. Of course they are. It's a golden flower. Let's go to the kitchen first. It's also a golden flower. There are photo albums, scrapbooks, books on how to make tea. It's a great reading chair, but it doesn't seem like anyone uses it. Oh. A long time ago, a human fell into the ruins. Injured by its fall, the human called out for help. I wasn't expecting that. Mandatory plot. You took the key and put it on your phone's keychain. It's a trash can. It's full of crumpled up recipes for butterscotch pie. The stovetop is very clean. Someone must use fire and magic instead. It's a note. Howdy. Help yourself to anything you want. There is some white fur stuck in the drain. The fridge is full of unopened containers of snails. Only I wanted something. Well, of course the ads work. Asriel, the king's son, heard the human call. He brought the human back to the castle. If they won't, the actual reward thing will not be on if it doesn't work. I have a thing that protects against that. Strangely enough. In fact, what it does is it queries the current scene in OBS, and if the current scene doesn't have a version that is plus ads, it turns off the reward. It's all golden flowers. Let's check out what used to be our room. It has presents. There's a heart-shaped locket inside the box. Will you take it? Yeah, you got the heart-shaped locket. Heart locket, armor defense 15, says best friends forever. You equipped the locket. How does it compare to the stained ape? 11? Yeah, I'll take that. There's a worn dagger inside the box. Will you take it? Sure, you got the worn dagger. What is the worn dagger? Worn dagger, 15, perfect for cutting plants and vines. I think I like the frying pan more, actually, because I think the frying pan makes my healing items better. Burnt pan, 10, damage is rather consistent, consumable items heal 4 more. Yeah, I want that. I'm sticking with the burnt pan. It's the fringe benefits, I tell you. A lot of striped shirts in there. It's a twin-size bed. It's a family photograph. Everyone is smiling. What a comfortable bed. If you laid down here, you might not ever get up. Dusty toys. The frying pan does more damage, really? I mean, I'm not looking to do damage, so it's not really a big deal. Room under renovations. Jello. Over time, Asriel and the human became like siblings. The king and queen treated the human child as their own. The underground was full of hope. And keys. It's Asgore's journal. All the current page says, nice day today. The ink is still almost wet. It's just a chair. It's a king-size bed. Ayo. It's a bureau. There's a Santa Claus outfit inside. It's a clothes drawer. There are robes, button-up shirts, and a pink hand-knit sweater that says Mr. Dad Guy. It's a trophy. #1 nose nuzzle. Champs. 98. Huh. Oh, if you get it has more bars, you get crits on the bars. What up, plant-type enemies? Clueless Pat. Yes, I'm easily shoeless. I mean, it just makes sense. Alright. Here we go. You unlocked the chain. Then, one day, Emperor Palpatine came back somehow. The human became very ill. And he listened to a lot of Beastie Boys albums. The sick human had only one request, to see the flowers from their village. But there was nothing we could do. The next day, Iactress, the human, died. Asriel, racked with grief, absorbed the human soul. He transformed into a being with incredible power. Just revive. I mean, last time we saved, yeah. With the human soul, Asriel crossed through the barrier. He carried the human's body into the sunset, back to the village of the humans. Asriel reached the center of the village. There, he found a bed of golden flowers. He carried the human onto it. How convenient that there's a bed of golden flowers there. Suddenly, screams rang out. The villagers saw Asriel holding the human's body. They thought that he had killed the child. The humans attacked him with everything they had. He was struck with blow after blow. Asriel had the power to destroy them all. But Asriel did not fight back. Clutching the human, Asriel smiled and walked away. Wounded, Asriel stumbled home. He entered the castle and collapsed. His dust spread across the garden. The kingdom fell into despair. The king and queen had lost 2 children in one night. The humans had once again taken everything from us. The king decided it was time to end our suffering. Every human who falls down here must die. With enough souls, we can shatter the barrier forever. It's not long now. King Asgore will let us go, give us hope, or save us all. Any number of those possibilities. You should be smiling, too. Aren't you excited? Aren't you happy? Never give us up. You're going to be free. Nothing's free. Oh. Convenient elevator is convenient. Do love me a good stained glass window. Ominous hallway is ominous. Ominous scrolling is ominous. I'm pretty sure he stole this particular bell sample straight from Chrono Trigger. So you finally made it. The end of your journey is at hand. In a few moments, you will meet the king. Together, you will determine the future of this world. That's then. Now. You will be judged. You will be judged for your every action. You will be judged for every XP you've earned. What's XP? It's an acronym. It stands for Execution Points, a way of quantifying the pain you've inflicted on others. When you kill someone, your XP increases. When you have enough XP, your love increases. Love, too, is an acronym. It stands for Level of Violence. It's a way of measuring someone's capacity to hurt. The more you kill, the easier it becomes to distance yourself. The more you distance yourself, the less you will hurt. The more easily you can bring yourself to hurt others. Now, you understand. It's time to begin your judgment. Look inside yourself. Have you really done the right thing? And considering what you've done, what will you do now? Take a moment to think about this. Okay. Truthfully, it doesn't really matter what you said. All that's important is that you were honest with yourself. What happens now, we leave up to you. Well, apparently I passed something like judgment. Quick summon redeem reset game. That one is not on. Throne room. All of my Twitch channel point rewards are contextual, and so they know when they can actually work and when they can't. Usually. Now I need to see if I can long backwards jump up these things. Huh. It's a coffin. There's a name engraved on it. Butts. It's empty. Huh. Wonder if that actually is the number of coffins, the number of times I've died at least. Because I think 5 sounds at least plausible. I'm going to guess that you can't actually go down this hallway. Because there will always be at least one coffin available for you. But I could be wrong. But that's not actually a incentive to answer that question. I'm just musing aloud. Question I'll ask later. Wait, no, yeah, I already read that. That just said the way to the throne room. Alright, here we go. Dum-de-dum. Oh? Someone there? Just a moment. I have almost finished watering these flowers. Here we are. Howdy! How can I... Oh. I so badly want to say, would you like a cup of tea? But you know how it is. I mean, I could have a cup of tea, that'd be nice. It occurs to me I have no consumables. This may be a problem. Nice day today, huh? Birds are singing, flowers are blooming. Perfect weather for a game of catch. You know what we must do. When you are ready, come into the next room. I want to at least investigate this room a little bit first. It's a throne. It's another throne covered by a white sheet. Alright, well, do I want to walk all the way back to some place that I might be able to buy a consumable item? I don't even have any money. Whatever. How tense. Just think of it like a visit to the dentist. This looks very familiar now that I think about it. Are you ready? If you are not, I understand. I am not ready either. Should I save here? I mean, I only saved like a room ago. Oh, I never changed the hat. I never, ever changed the tags. I really should. This is the barrier. This is what keeps us all trapped here, underground. If by chance you have any unfinished business, please do what you must. Continue. I see. This is it, then. Ready? Ah, okay, those are the human souls. A strange light fills the room. Twilight is shining through the barrier. It seems your journey is finally over. Oh my. Human. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye. Well, it was pleasant while it lasted. I see. There is no chance of mercy. 80-80. That's it? Oh god. That's a lot of hand. Oh, I'm so fucked. But there was nothing to say. I think I'm just gonna get my ass kicked. Yeah, I think ultimately I'm just going to end up losing this iteration. That's a lot of fiery donuts. I'll take this as a learning experience. Maybe learn how to Toho. Gotta stay determined. Mercy is definitely out the window. Well, Wait a couple years, he was overhyped for a while. For a few months, he did the same. That's kind of how I felt about this. It's one of those games where the types of people who were very, very much overhyped were explaining how good it was did less to make me want to play the game. I'm glad I have now. But I will say it was one of those things. It's kind of like how my sister was way into Buffy the Vampire and I never want to watch a single episode of that shit. Alright, let's see how much damage I do. Not very much. I'm beginning to see the downside of my approach to this. So basically, without... Oh, come on. Without any useful items, I will need to survive a non-trivial number of turns. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go figure out how to grind for some items. Because, yeah, I'm not even good at fighting. I never did this, except for the very beginning of the game. Like, I did it once. And then I tried to get that guy's hat. I really shouldn't have tried to get that guy's hat. I have severe hat regret. It's common for people who play TF2. Alright, I would say itemless and being bad at the mini games. I have done about maybe a fifth of his HP. I'm gonna die here. So I'm definitely gonna need to go find something. Well, I assumed it was some sort of, cosmic force explaining I need to get back up. Possibly the game engine, but I don't know. The vocal boops match Asgore's? Huh, I didn't realize that. You think I can do it? Thanks for the thing. Monsters have won. Church just killed you and then says you get back up. Gotta beat the fight the old-fashioned way, yeah. It's a niche feature and not very useful, but if you hold X while moving as a soul, you move slower? I didn't realize that. That's actually useful to know. Kanye West. You'd use the knife. I probably should use the knife. I do want the knife. Shoot the enemy until they die. Alright, we'll give it one more shot with the dagger. Considering I have literally, one consumable item, and Temmie Flakes, I don't think they actually, heals 2 HP. It would have been 6 HP if I kept with the frying pan. It is nice of him to leave around, late-game equipment. That's kind of nice, at least. Alright, let's see how this one works. I do appreciate games that mess with their interfaces. That is definitely a cute way to tell you that that is out the window. That did way more damage. Yeah, that's the smart money. And that was not. I got hit twice there. Yeah, I finally understand the tell for that. It took me long enough. Oh, fuck. Oh, even that wasn't that bad. Okay, the circles I'm pretty good at. The next one is the one that definitely is my worst. So now I'm clearly around a fourth. Maybe don't run into more donuts. I thought he was going to go for a fourth one. Okay, these move down slightly as they go. I get it now. I get something. I don't know if it's it. Yeah, the hand donut one, I think I mostly get now, if I'm lucky. Except it keeps going. Okay. It's about half. Oh god, and it rotates. All right, that was. I didn't realize it was gonna rotate. Okay. Hit all 4 bars perfectly and get 300 out of 1 hit. Can't tell if you're being sarcastic, seriously saying if you play perfectly. I think it's more of a trivia point than a this is what you should do point. I wouldn't worry about that. So you're talking for level for about level 1 when you said 300. Definitely seen higher for obvious reasons. Yeah. The TPE fight. A total pacifist elective. I decide how far away it would be to go and actually get anything resembling a consumable item and how many I could get. I could get a decent amount of garbage. I could afford 5 of those if I can get all the way back there. If I could get crap out of my inventory, I could definitely do better than that. True pacifist ending, thank you. When it comes to acronyms, it can be difficult to disambiguate. There are so many of them. Do 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 do. Oh, right, I forgot that was a thing that exists. Thank you. Okay, I can get rid of this crap. I don't need these. Don't need that. Don't need that. I do want the worm dagger. So get that fixed. I was even thinking, man, it'd be nice if one of those boxes showed up. But, of course, no. Completely forgot about that. And Knuckles and Knuckles and... yeah. I finally went and refactored that thing to have all of the quotes and whatnot in one single file, and so now it's not nearly as annoying to manage. Like next time I want to add one. Which I haven't done in a while. In fact, bit of trivia for you guys. The name, the ID of that that box at the bottom in HTML is actually just called shitpost. It just felt like the right thing to do. Suck at quads, consistency, them is 30%. Yep. Look, when you make all your own tech, you get to name it whatever the hell you want. And that's totally what that box is for. Alright. Yeah, these are definitely not worth it. I wonder what the deal with the key is, but I think that's a mystery for a different time. Alright, I got a lot of junk food now. 17 each, which may or may not have been enhanced by my my frying pan now that I think about it. So it's probably more like 13 each. Best bet is sparing enemies in that room. It's like your thing that holds your genotime list. I'm going to try with the junk food. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm not going to say it's a good idea, but I'm going to try. Like, I think my level of attrition wasn't that bad, and I was getting better at the things. I think I just need a little push. That's my guess. Yeah, no, I know the frying pan is harder to use, but it had the fringe benefit of being useful when I wasn't attacking things with fight. And I wasn't attacking things with fight. So, yeah. The gun straight up sucks. That I don't find surprising. Like, it kind of feels like a noob trap. Like, oh man, a gun, this is going to be so awesome. And then, like, it turns out you actually, like, smack people with it, and it's not very good at all. That's the impression I would get from this kind of game. I don't think it would be a good weapon. Simply the tenor of this game does not allow for the gun to be good. It has no bullets, exactly. So your options with a gun, when it has no bullets, are effectively using it as a bludgeoning tool. A la Halo. And I'll be honest, I got a lot of kills in Halo by bludgeoning people with guns. I was not good at the shooting part of Halo. But I was good at following up by punching people in the face. That and ghosts. I killed a lot of people by running over people with ghosts. But that's about it. I was never good at the actual shooting part. In the core, you have to get 4 perfect hits to one-shot Knight and Magic. Always whiff them. Ooh. I did equip the knife. I remember doing this. That's like the one thing I need to make sure I do. How did I not get hit? No, not moving up then. That was bad. This is one I have problems with. I'm just not sure what the mini donuts are going to do. Orange means move. Sure is nice of him to tell me what he's going to do first. Okay, we got the donuts. This is the donut panes. That was off. Okay, these aren't going to rotate. I'm ready to go through the center after they disappear. Okay, and then this, the Toho donuts. Toe donuts. Alright, that wasn't good. I'm gonna junk food. Huh, guess it didn't. Oh, stay still. 1, 2, go. Guess I got the bonus 4 HP outside of the text, because I really assumed that to do 13. Alright, that wasn't good. Jesus. Okay, I have to do something smarter there than what I was doing. Orange, orange, blue. I love a good free turn. And then it's back to the Toho donuts. I'm just bad at the Toho donuts. I gotta come up with a better strategy to what I'm doing. If I say, oh, this is a new one. No, it's not. Alright, that was free. Good. That one's just free if you're paying attention. I think I... Did I hit? I might have gotten hit. Oh. Toe hitbox. He has to electrically charge his spear with special motion related attacks. What are you controlling with anyway? Keyboard. I asked Zuccati before playing this, and he said keyboard is the way to go, and so I went with keyboard. Especially given the typing section, I feel very happy with my decision. Not ready to use it yet. Oh! Swear to God, I couldn't see the circle. I don't know why. Oh God, it just goes faster and faster. That was my last heal. I'm really grateful that was an easy one. Okay, 162. That was my last heal, right? Yeah, that was my last heal. I swear the holes are just disappearing into the Aether sometimes. Like, sprites are having too many per scanline or something. 230, blue, oh no. Should have used a mouse. Mouse would have been easier. Dreamcast controller, that would have been fun. How you doing, Fries? Spin so fast, looks the holes warping. That's what it felt like. I felt like it wasn't sensible. Like I couldn't actually read it. But, oh well. Undertale on DDR pad when? Oh god. How would I even begin to type? It does have enough buttons, I will admit that. Oh no, it doesn't. It's missing one button. I'd have to like bust out a separate controller or figure out a way to open the item menu. I mean, DDR any video game is a thing. You can dodge this whole idea. Of course you can. You speedrun the game. If you can't do that, then that makes it a lot harder. I still have to learn a lot here. I keep saying I understand that part, and I never do. This part, I do not understand. I feel I should just give up this one immediately, just because I've immediately screwed up the easy ones. Well, at least I didn't screw that one up. This is donuts. No. Oh yeah, this is donuts, not Toho donuts. Just regular donuts that I've somehow messed up. Like, before that started spinning, I got that one. Joystick controller. You can play Switch Release on DDR pad and make use of the on-screen keyboard. My DDR pad is definitely not going to hook up to the Switch unless I buy some sort of fancy adapter, and I doubt the company that made the pad is still in business. I have to check. Honestly, I have no idea. Why do I think this one over here is the one to go with? I don't think that's the right DNA strand for me. I think it's the far right one. Yeah, I think it's going to be worse than my last attempt, just because I screwed up the early ones. Yeah, I ran into those. I would have been fine. Maybe if I get close to the middle, I can make this fight last less time, and that will make all the difference. Stick feels like it'd be easier to some extent. Initial couple playthroughs, hunting for Easter eggs, decided to use an item, try an itemless run. You gave up and used heal. Oh my. Blue, blue, blue. Love it. Right on the money. Okay. Okay, panic worked there. I doubt it'll work again, but it did work there. Okay, if I swing out and they come back. That was the last second to hit that. There we go. Oh. Okay, below 50%. Do I have more items? I do not. He's not even below. Right now he's below 50%. I swear we only got one fast Toho Donut on me last time, so I think I'm doing marginally better at timing my hits. But that's not making it easier. Orange, 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 blue. Level 15 into 130 damage. I want to say you were able to take 3 hints with level 1 Band-Aid for armor. Oh my. But level 1, right? 6 damage a hit. Jeez. That is literally nothing. I think I've discovered the really big downside of doing it this way. My mostly pacifist. Because it puts me at a severe stat disadvantage for the one fight I actually have to fight. Couple tricks and a neat story-related things to make this fight easier. We'd need to know them before getting here. I imagine so. I get the feeling this game has a lot of hidden complexity. I walked... Oh. That was a huge waste of stuff. I just want to sandbag it. Try again. Like, if I'm getting hit in the early ones where it's easy-ish to avoid, I'm just already fucked. Initial incentive is you can't re-equip the stick or the bandage, and so you wanted to see if there's any dialogue for it, and there is for the bandage. Huh! That's not surprising to me. Alright. I still think I can accomplish this with what I have now. And unlike Squiggles, I massively dislike grinding. So we'll see. That's much better. No damage on the first easy attack to dodge. And then I take damage here because I'm still dumb every time I see the DNA strand thing. Yeah, I think you just swing wild left and right on that, and that's the way you avoid damage. Blue-orange. Okay. This is going better. This one, while not free, is as free as I get in this. I mean, nothing's freer than blue, 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 blue. Okay. Junk food time. Okay, I took one. I'm fine with that. Oh, bottom right is almost free. If I was up a little bit from there, it would have been free. Okay. I think I found the icicle fall spot. Oh, gosh. Okay. And then they spin. I think he's going to do another flash attack. And donuts. Toe donuts. Toe nuts. Fast spinny circles. Alright, I think I'm out, so may as well just keep swinging for the fences. Perfect use of that one. Oh no. I fell for one of the classic donut-related blunders. Yeah! It stops rendering them! I swear to God, my GPU is better than the SNES's, but still. Yeah, there's the toe nuts. It's nice that it gives me a 1 HP buffer. Got the focus sash, even though that's not what the focus sash does. Wait, orange means move. Dialogue is not in pacifist, you didn't get to see it. 10% focus band rate. What am I using to display? The projector. It does 60 frames. I think that it might cap out at 60, though. I'm not sure. And I have a video card. I actually don't know. I guess we can pull that up. I'm on a computer. What's the word for this? Manager? Computer management. There we go. Let's find out. Device manager. Processors. What did I put this under? Video and game controllers. That doesn't sound right. It's been a long time since I actually looked at this. Display adapters. Is that what we call it? It's an AMD Radeon R9 200 series, which I think is old, but not that old. But it actually might be that old. Time keeps on slipping. A toaster. Like, I have my toaster. It toasts, as all toasters do. I have successfully used the mystery toaster. In fact, calling my dad and asking him if he was the one who bought me the mystery toaster was on a list of things to do today, and it didn't happen. So. Old doesn't mean bad, it's true. Looks fine, just ridiculously fast when you defocus of it to see the whole image, yeah. Well, not to mention, the whole image is also humongous, relatively speaking. Even though this is in 3:4, the throw is still over 6 feet on diagonal, even for this part. Not sure exactly what it is, but it's somewhere in the vicinity of 6 feet. 6 feet on diagonal, at least for this. Mostly because that's as far as I can really measure using me. Okay, one hit. I'll take that. Swing left. There we go. Every time I don't take damage on the easy ones is damage I can take on the hard ones. Looks fine. Yeah. Amogus, of course Amogus. Amogus is everywhere. I even saw one when I went geocaching with my dad, like a month ago. There was a bit of Amogus graffiti on one of the walls. Why? Why not? Everybody gotta do something. It can't always be the 90s S thing. Oof. That was a lot of damage for no good reason. Blue. Yep. Amogus. There's Amogus all. It surrounds us. Yeah. I just need to remember to go to the lower right-hand corner when I see those. I walked into the stationary donut. Makes me a stationary donut. That was a lucky draw. Getting better at those. Not better at those. A little bit below 50. I don't know what my plan there was, but it was a bad plan. I think we take the shot. It goes faster now. Good old hand donut. Okay. Please give me an easy one. No. That was not an easy one. Alternating them makes it really hard. Out of items. On the other hand, I've done kind of well. I'm down to about a fourth. Said the man who immediately got hit by 2 different donuts. And that's with bad swipe draws. Maybe if he just keeps doing that, I'll have a chance. I also need to do more damage, lower HP I'm at. Oh god. Alright, so it does always give you a focus sash effect, huh? Surrounding us, the Among Us Musu spinoff. Green dies in Savannah. It's the circle of life. Yep. It's to be expected. I figure this is a bit of a grind. I have a choice between either grinding out this fight to get better at dodging, or grinding out actual fights to get XP and or better healing items, so I don't have to heal so often. But even so, 17's a decent amount of healing given how much HP I have, honestly. Like, I just need to get better, especially at the early rounds. If I do more damage early, I'll be in a way better shape. And, of course, if I hit better attacks that way. That was terrible. Yep. Honestly, you enjoy learning tough fights more than grinding stats to make them easier? When skill can compensate as much for stats, yeah. Could use cheat engine, that's true. In a PRPG, you tend to not get that option, unfortunately. No, it really depends upon the RPG. Some of them really go in for puzzle bosses, and if you understand what you're doing, you can always mitigate your problems. And Final Fantasy V, I think, is better than most about this. But others not as much. Like Paper Mario was pretty much that way too. You really didn't need to grind in Paper Mario. There was always a way to beat the fight, usually with the newest character you just picked up. I could use cheat engine, but I'm not going to. I don't even have cheat engine installed in this machine. I have had it installed on other machines for the purposes of, well, cheating. Alright, so it's not really an Icicle Fall spot, is it? Peril strats and peril... Yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't see those. Oh, 17, okay, I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, pretty much peril strats turn out to be the only way to really empower yourself after a certain point in that game. Like, adding just +1 is nowhere near as good as going peril. True RPG, your solution is always dynamite. Yeah, in pen and paper, that's always an option. In your first kill Cthulhu, Delta Green, you kill the god. Only thing Power Plus, yeah. Pricey and not the biggest returns compared to Danger Peril. Yeah. Like, I went and got explored an awful lot of the Paper Mario space with that. And by the end, I definitely felt like my return on investment for getting some of those things was not terribly high. Fun series. One of those ones I'd like to return to at some point if I ever figure out how to get my my Wii U to do GameCube games. I know it's possible. I just haven't gotten around to actually setting it up. And keep saying that. I've said that for like 2 years now. Alright, that's the last recovery. How the hell do you do those perfectly? On a keyboard. Alright. I got like 2 more hits in before I'm dead. I think I did marginally worse than the last one, actually. Blue, blue, orange, blue. Didn't stop in time. Wonder if I'm like getting some sort of peril bonus or something. That was dumb. Still ever played Thousand Year Door? I'm surprised to hear that, actually. Pat cheats. So the last time I used Cheat Engine, and I'll be completely honest about this, I wanted to get certain items in Danganronpa. And in Danganronpa, you have to earn coins to use the gacha machine to get certain items, so you could do like certain bonus cutscenes, aka fan servicey things in terms of either plot or actual fan service. And I just didn't want to sit there and repeatedly press a button to run the gacha like a million times. And so I wrote up an a Python equivalent of AutoHotkey and manually set my coin value to like max and froze it there, and just so I could actually get the things I wanted. Left it for like an hour or two and then came back and had all the things. It's a stupid mechanic for that game. No apologies. Main strat is to dodge and then go back to center AP. ASAP, gotcha. Nice, was that V3? It was V1. It was 1, 2, and V3. I did it for all of them. It wasn't hard. Like, doing cheat engine stuff is really easy. You just look in the debugger. Basically, it's the same thing as finding interesting memory addresses with the SNES. You have a memory search. You search, you change the value in-game by spending money or earning money, and then you search again and realize, yep, that's the address. Modify it to see if it changes, do something that affects money, see it did change, and bam, you're done. It's pretty straightforward. So, you can make a number. Yes, but you have to have enough money for that, and it still takes a long time. I think you could buy them in the vending machine in 2. I was gonna say you don't remember too much weird stuff in the first one, but 2 and 3, yeah. 2 and 3 had that stuff. How you doing, GP0? Or GB0, sorry. Yes, welcome in, we are nerds here. That is true. Usually we punctuate better. Genia, gotcha, what's the world come to? That's the only way to do it. Like, I could understand if it mattered in real life. I wouldn't, like, rob a vending machine to get, like, an anime figure or anything, but it's a fucking video game. I paid for it already. I certainly haven't bragged about, like, maxing out all of the heart points or whatever the hell they called them in Danganronpa by doing this. Which I didn't. I just played the games. I never actually bothered going back and maxing out people I didn't care about. Okay, that was terrible for the first couple. Go. Perfectly in the center. Don't care for the hand donut. Better than hand banana, I will admit. It's a low bar. Hope you're enjoying getting murdered. Yeah, I've been at this for a while. You want to rob an vending machine. Do the funny side mode where you entertain students. No, I never did that part. First game has one gift that gets you a special event, another gift that you only get after beating the game that unlocks an unused thing. Yeah, I don't think I did that part. Danganronpa was an experience. Feels wrong to grind out to get everything. Yeah. I mean, like, I went and poked everything to get, like, every object that was destructible I destroyed in that game. And even so, I had nowhere near enough coins. Like, I think it's supposed to be for replay value, but yeah, it's a murder mystery. You don't read a murder mystery for replay value. Like, once you know the butler did it, that fact is never changing. So. I have to say, if there's one series of games I wish I could completely, like, wipe my memory of so I could play again, it would probably be those. I already have a better strat for the second part of that. Okay, spinny. Yeah, my key mistake was not really only killing one or two things in this entire game. That puts me at a pretty big disadvantage for this fight. Alright, I only got hit once, that's nice. Speedrun just the first trial, yeah. I did eat multiple veggies. Yes, this is my first playthrough. No buffer, the hit detection essentially frame perfect. Oh, interesting. Replay values to get the relationships and stuff, yeah. But once you do the characters you care about, like, there's characters I'm not going to bother caring about. Like, the Ultimate Mechanic, I do not care about his deal at all. There was never any chance. Only played one yourself, but seeing V and 2. Yeah. Well, I also beat Ultra Despair Girls. Like, I did the whole series. And that game is weird. Really would prefer not to get hit again. That was not good cards. Someone said, you know what would be great for Danganronpa? Weird puzzles. Sort of Lemming-esque puzzles. Boggles the mind. I was stopped. For what it's worth, parts were fun, but it was definitely a weird game. Would I recommend it? It certainly shows its portness. And I mean that in all of the worst ways, unfortunately. Things that start out on the PSP do not look good on PC without a serious amount of work, and they did not put in the serious amount of work. Not to mention, they have like 3 or 4 different styles of cutscenes. It's bad. Oh god, I'm fucked. Yeah, I should have just kept moving. Seriously though, eating a Vegetarde silently adds a bunch to your X. Really? What? No way. They did actually contribute? Did I read 0? No, I did not. I'm surprised that eating them counted to my level. I wouldn't have expected that. That is really bizarre. That seemed like the way to beat them without, like, doing anything bad, and they wanted to be eaten. Alright, that wasn't great. The amount of damage I'm doing is increasing as this fight continues. Which is nice. Please give me something easy. That wasn't easy. Like, if I could hold out for just a few more rounds, I might actually have this. Wait, what is it? Has low HP. Thanks. I couldn't tell. Oh, he's dead. But not dead. It's close. Ah. So that is how it is. Is it? I remember the day after my son died. The entire underground was devoid of hope. The future had once again been taken from us by the humans. In a fit of anger, I declared war. I said that I would destroy any human that came here. I would use their souls to become godlike and free us from this terrible prison. Then I would destroy humanity and let monsters rule the surface in peace. Soon, the people's hopes returned. My wife, however, became disgusted with my actions. She left this place, never to be seen again. Truthfully, I do not want power. I do not want to hurt anyone. I just wanted everyone to have hope. But I cannot take this any longer. I just want to see my wife. I just want to see my child. Please, young one. This war has gone on long enough. You have the power. Take my soul and leave this cursed place. Mercy? Fight. I'm just not a murderer. After everything I have done to hurt you, you would rather stay down here and suffer than live happily on the surface. Human, I promise you, for as long as you remain here, my wife and I will take care of you as best we can. We can sit in the living room, telling stories, eating butterscotch pie. We could be like a family. Except a small problem. Oh, he's dead. Nuts. Let me guess. It's that fucking flower. You idiot. You haven't learned a thing. In this world, it's kill or be killed. I was wondering when this asshole would show back up. I guess I made a terrible decision. Oh. And the game just closes, because that's a thing that happens. Saw the unique frame. I did not see the unique frame. Yeah, nope, that just closed it. Love the Windows 3.1. Thanks. It's very Windows 98 inspired. It's I found some CSS that did that, and I do some Windows 98 stuff from time to time. Well, I guess I have to do that again, don't I? Or is that the bad end? Yeah. Let's see what happens. I have to sit through this. Oh, hey, there we go. It's one of those things. Mostly not a murderer. That's it, mostly. Frame animation after you die, where they're panic shocked. Okay. Even Toby knew it was possible. Highest level you get. How did you grind to get low? Yeah. Well, Oh, hello. The end. Okay. That's a thing that happened. Howdy! It's me, Flowey! Flowey the Flower! I owe you a huge thanks. You really did a number on that old fool. Without you, I never could have gotten past him. But now, with your help, he's dead! And I've got the human souls. And I wish I had bought more junk food. Boy, been empty for so long. Feels great to have a soul inside me again. I can feel them wriggling. Anyway, you're feeling left out, aren't you? Well, that's just perfect. After all, I only have 6 souls. I still need 1 more. Before I become God. And then, with my newfound powers, monsters, humans, everyone, I'll show them all the real meaning of this world. Suffering. Good luck. Yeah, I think I'm pretty fucked. Forget about escaping to your old save file. It's gone forever. But don't worry. Your old friend, Flowey, has worked out a replacement for you. I'll save over your own death, so you can watch me tear you to a bloody pieces over and over and over. What? Do you really think you can stop me? Hee. You really are an idiot. Yep. Oh, I am definitely hosed. I made a bunch of bad choices, and it was all based on a hat. Well, mostly based on a hat. I can move. Oh, that thing's terrifying. Completely different than the rest of the game. Yes, fight, please. Oh, I'm so hosed. Gotta dodge the giant field of Cracker Jacks. Warning? Thank you for the warning. Not that's gonna help me any. I don't think I like the dimension of knives. I'm not a fan. You called for help, but nobody came. Oh, I guess somebody came, huh? That's a lot of band-aids. God. Well, I guess that's what he's trying to be, ain't it? Sure, fight. Why not? That makes sense. That makes a difference. I feel like, really, I just stepped into, like, someone's first click-and-play game. Coming from, like, this well-formed RPG Maker thing, now we're just like, I'm gonna throw whatever I want at the wall and see what happens. The Dimension of Hands. I really could use a hand. That's what it's gonna say next time I get an act button, isn't it? You asked for a hand... No, just called for help. No. I was gonna ask for a handout, but I guess that's not an option. That was nowhere near enough of those. I also get the feeling... Okay, yeah, you can lose, apparently. That's bad. God, it's so disconcerting. The loading and saving. I'm actually used to the weird creepiness now. It's just the loading and saving is disconcerting. Ballet slippers. This is all based on random pieces of equipment I could have had throughout the game, isn't it? We had the band-aids, we had the knife, ballet slippers now. Very strange. I need to get better at actually getting the healing things. I'm unconvinced that fight is all that effective against this. Maybe if I hide under my HP bar, it won't find me. Signs point to no. Yeah, Photoshop monstrosity. Yeah, I'm not catching up with chat all that well. Terror, horror, death, trapped, hatred. You know, actually, this does remind me of generally the endings of Danganronpa, where it all goes off the rails. Call for help. Love. Wellness. Relief. Mercy. Something. Okay, I think I finally understand the file saving and loading. It's not for my benefit, it's for his benefit. Hey, my favorite, the frying pan! Me and the frying pan were good buds for most of the game. Once again, the clear inspiration from Earthbound's ending. Cool, I'm getting either olives or eyeballs, or possibly bellinis with caviar, maybe? What's more amazing is this is like one thing I'd managed to not be spoiled on the whole friggin' time I've been avoiding Undertale. The fact that it turns into a giant creepypasta fest. Or a .exe game. I mean, most games are .exe, but you know what I mean. I presume most people will know what I mean when I say .exe game. Oh, it's the gun I didn't bother getting because the gun was shit. Call for help. Shoot love bullets at me? Maybe a flower comes... Flowers come out, yeah. That's the cliche. Oh god, I'm bad at getting hit by bullets. Okay. The game realized I was so rubbish at catching the bullets, it's gonna give me more green stuff. Flowey's defense has dropped to 0. I get the feeling that dodging might actually matter now. I'm glad I grabbed that hope. That's really gonna help me against all of the giant mutant Cracker Jacks. I am trying to dodge, I'm just not very good at it. Like, I'm also pretty certain it doesn't actually matter to some extent. Like, the game is being kind enough that it doesn't really matter if I take too much damage here. Or maybe there's a mechanic I've yet to figure out. Are those fingers with daisies on the end? Anyway, something about the spirit of friendship, or something vaguely from the Yellow Submarine, chasing away blue meanies, something like that. Oh, there's the bombs again. Oh, he's dead. I killed him with my 720. Just turned around a few times. No! No! It cannot be! It can't be happening! You're not getting away with this! Ah, troll face. Just kidding. We'll do this again. You idiot. I let you win. Yeah, I know. Hee hee hee. Did you really think you could defeat me? I am the god of this world. And you're hopeless. Hopeless and alone. Golly, that's right. You're worthless friends. Can't save you now. Call for help, I dare you. Cry into the darkness. Mommy, Daddy, somebody help. See what good it does you. Sure, you called for help. See? But nobody came. Boy, what a shame. Nobody else is gonna get to see you die. Yeah, I know what I'm being toyed with. What? How'd you... Well, I'll just... Load failed. Ha! I ran out of SSD cycles for you. Now you can't reload. You can't resave. That's the power of the SSD over HDD. No! You can't do that! You're supposed to obey me! Stop! Stop! Something about the power of love, possibly? He looks mildly dead. Fight mercy. Oh, that's a hard one. No, he's just gonna call me a chump if I give him mercy. But fighting might be what he wants me to do. This is tricky. Damn binary decisions. You know what? Screw this guy. Oh, let me guess. I strike you down, he becomes stronger than ever. Knew you had it in you. It's just a regular flower. Get save stated, nerd. Undertale. I guess I beat it by Toby Fox. And like a bunch of other people. Temi Chang, who made a lot of things. Kenju Merigo Magnolia Porter. Guest monster designs. Huh. Photoshop, battle code design. That makes sense. NPC concepts, puzzle guy. Japanese localization by a lot of people. Localization support by more people. 256 graph, that's a big graph. Alright, I'll catch up on chat now that I'm done fighting the Eldritch monster. Kitchen gun now with bullets. Oh god, there's an awful lot to catch up. I don't know how much of this I'm going to catch up on. Revenge on players for save scumming, yeah. Implication of the equipment you flying on late belong to the previous humans. I could see that. Yeah, this track seems very quiet. Knew about this, didn't know it showed up on neutral, huh? Accidentally the pacifist runs requires you to do a neutral run first, they can be done and then save. Huh, didn't know that. Power of Deus Ex Machine. How you doing, befuddled fish? Sorry, I've been trying to catch up on chat. And it keeps scrolling down every time someone says something. Big GG. I think we're done. Color cut off on the nose. Very distracting, of course. Hack rejected. Is a really tough choice. Make a tough choice. I said I'm not usually a murderer. There's a difference. Toby Fox's Cloud. He'll accept his janky ROM hack. I don't know. I might send it back if you didn't do a good enough job. You didn't kill him. You just purified him. That's what you went with your first playthrough. Flowery was the one monster you were okay with killing. Yes. I sure did a thing. Timmy also makes games that are on itch.io. Interesting. No, yeah, URLs are fine on my channel. I don't usually... There's no bot that handles that kind of thing. My bots just do funny things. Definitely had fun when you were surviving. Discussed eggs. I hope they weren't medium eggs. I hate medium eggs. Any size of egg less than large is dumb. Anyway. Hey, is anyone there? Well, I'll just leave a message. Since you left, things down here are different. With Asgore gone, Undine became the ruler of the underground. She's decided to destroy every human that comes here. And since the human souls disappeared, she's also looking for a new way to break the barrier. And when she does, she's going to wage war on humanity. I mean, that was Asgore's plan too, but he was really, bad at it. Undine also has expanded the Royal Guard massively. She says the first thing she'll do after getting out of here is take her army and personally hunt you down and destroy you. Meanwhile, I've been knocking on the door to the ruins, but that woman hasn't been answering me. Maybe she's not feeling well. Hey, Sans, who are you talking to? Oh, just a human. Oh, cool. Wait, did you say the human? Can I talk to them? Sure, knock yourself out. Hey, Undine's the Empress now. It's amazing. And she appointed me to be the most important royal position. That's it. That's literally the title. What do I do? She told me to. Stand around and look cute. Well, that's the perfect job for me. I do that all the time, without trying. Finally, I'm important. And it's all thanks to you. And the horrible things you did. Thank you, human. Come back and visit sometime. Wait, Undine would probably kill you. But you'd get to see me, so you gotta risk it. You gotta! See you soon. Click. Alright, well, at least that's an epilogue. Didn't really improve the state of things. You know, I did notice that. It was a different monster when the flowery thing happened. Huh. Did I ever call Papyrus? I think I did at least once. At least once. Remember, you're not that fond of eggs. Also, still say the things from the frying pan were donuts. I can see that. After the pacifist run, after winning against Mettaton, you think you don't need to Asgore again? Medium, unfollowed. No, like medium eggs, when you cook them medium are fine, but the size of egg, medium, is a dumb size. Like, my brother once bought a bunch of medium eggs so we could make a potato salad for an event, and there just weren't enough eggs. He bought, like, 2 dozen, and they were too tiny for it. It's just pointless. Throw them back. Let them be chickens. I don't fucking know, but medium eggs are just a trap at the grocery store. Get large, get extra large, or go home. So, what's up, Pocky? How you doing? I missed a lot of things. Why would they be donuts? I don't know. You can technically make donuts in a frying pan, I suppose. Like, it'd need to be a deeper frying pan, like a cast iron one, but you could do it. Things change the second time around, I'd believe it. Save us any record of a neutral run complete, excepting some completions. You get the phone call if you head back after Mettaton. Oh. Yes, notable facts. I killed Toriel, I spared Papyrus, Undine, and Mettaton, and I reached level 5. That was it. Every room has unique Papyrus style, even the ones before you fight. Oh, really? That's impressive. Don't think you've ever seen a small egg before? Yeah, I don't think they're common. Like, medium shows up occasionally, but small, no. And no recipe calls for medium or small eggs, unless, like, it's a quail egg recipe. So. Sunny Side Up is one of the best ones. You've been here, fake stream. No, the game saves a specific file just to check to see if you finished Photoshop Flowy. That makes sense. Pacifist is pretty good. I'm certain it is. I'm certain it is. The amount of random extra stuff is absurd. We'd absolutely do another run-through for Pacifist. I probably should. I probably should. But the list of things I need to play grows ever longer. This was a request from Zuccati, who is probably still here, I hope. Hope he didn't peace out during one of the fights and said goodbye and I missed it. But anyone ever cooked an ostrich egg? Oh, certainly. I saw that on Cutthroat Kitchen that occasionally be given a challenge that involved cooking ostrich eggs, because why not? Just to make things hard. You redeem a pacifist run next? Alright. As a rando, you also suggest doing pacifist run? Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun, because that's how I mostly played it. Like I said, I'm not a murderer usually. I did not brain my way out of the Toriel fight, which is sad, because I kind of set the tenor for the rest of it. And then I really wanted that hat. Complete problem was I just really wanted that hat, and I didn't even think about the repercussions. I just really wanted a hat. Having played a lot of TF2, I think people can understand how this happens. Can you redeem Genocide? No. It's a lot quicker when you're doing... Oh, I bet. Gonna redeem Gino after Pat did the pacifist. Kappa did redeem the no genocide ever thing. I don't know how that would have to play here. Maybe you guys have to fight to the death. We'll see. In TF2, you only got the gibbous. I mean, gibbous is easy to get. I did finally manage to get it. It's true. I got the hat, and then it melted in my hands, and it was sad. I really wanted that hat. I really wanted that hat. I was like, oh man, this is a chance to get a useful piece of equipment without realizing I don't think any fight actually drops equipment. Or at least no fight I took dropped equipment. So, redeem Gino twice. I don't know if I want to do it. It just seems like it's a depressing way to go about it. A fight it to the death, is it? It should be your weapon shall be words and denote channel points. You can also do what you do. Flip a coin first. First time you encounter a monster, flip a coin, decide what if that species dies. That sounds like a unique challenge run. Credit where credit is due. Alright, let's at least put on some music here. Didn't mean to restore my game to this point. That's interesting. So it didn't actually delete my save game. I could still go back and fight Asgore again if I wanted. There is no music, so it doesn't help anyway. Gino is worth doing. Difficult, but very impactful. It's where the game gives you a lot of different perspective, lots of lore, and a much added difficulty. Oh, I bet. And super depressing, yeah. Flowy's full of shit. Gino has by far the two hardest fights. That's the thing I have been spoiled on, is I'm aware of at least one of the two hardest fights in the game. Because how could you not at this point, because Megalovania. But I digress. That's a lot of snipsons. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had planned for today. That's true. Megalovania is not from Undertale. It's from Toby Fox's earlier Earthbound hack. I'm aware of at least a little bit of the trivia here. And now it's in everything. And of course it was in Homestuck as well. Basically anything Toby Fox works on. Megalovania wheedles its way in. Hit web thing, Homestuck. The song that might play when you hit fight Sans is from Undertale. That is true. Can we do karaoke now? I don't even know how to respond to that question. That is very much out of left field. With what? I don't actually have any karaoke set up. I mean, I guess I could bust out the NES flashcard and... Oh, I guess no, I can't do that because I don't have a way to capture Famicom output because the general Famicom I use does component out, but it doesn't have the microphone built into the second player controller, so I couldn't do the karaoke in Takashi's Challenge if I wanted to. And capture it. Press Alt F4, let's try that out. Twitch Sings. I think the Twitch Sings thing went away. Some sort of licensing issues. Song that might play when you fight Sans does not in fact play when you fight Sans, hence the might in the title. Yeah, it closed a while ago. What is the airspeed of an unladen swallow? Well, that depends upon the type of swallow. African or European, of course. But at this point, it's a joke that I think has been probably grounded into the literal ground. Yeah, anyway, that was a weird ending. Not really sure what to do at this point. But why are you carrying coconuts? Well, because you gotta make the horse noises. My understanding is the entire origin of that joke was that they couldn't afford horses for the production. It was a very cheap production and actually got financed non-trivially by, I think, George Harrison of the Beatles. Maybe Paul, I forget. You can reset the game. That is... Oh, that's quitting. We found them. If you die to Omega Flowy, crashes the game again. I could have sworn I died multiple times, and it just let me live for some reason. Spams the game over screen first. I could reset the game. That is an option. I'm thinking. There we go. Finally, music. Instead of loading the file, you can reset it. Reduces damage at low health, but you can die. We have clutch as fuck. Really? I just assumed that the game... I assumed that whole thing was like a victory lap. Like, that's how I played it. I was like, I'm gonna try to dodge things, but I have no expectation that my skill will actually let me do this. So, hey, that's kind of interesting. Barely didn't kill you there multiple times. Wow. Exponential health bar thing. Oh, wow. My expectation and reality definitely drifted way further away than I expected. Holy shit. That is not what I expected in the slightest. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I played that as if it was a victory lap. I just assumed that the game couldn't kill me and that Floy was full of shit. So, skilled to assist you, but still, yeah. Or skewed to assist. Yeah. Alright, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna make a poll. I almost never use polls. Can't die during the heart parts, but during the flowy parts you can. Yeah, I kind of figured it was during both parts. I noticed during the heart part that the universe of knives didn't kill me. And was surprised. Yes. Not you, Max. But I mean, you could participate in the poll once I remember where it is here. I haven't used the poll in forever. Yes, thank you for letting me know how to create a new poll. Game over, butts. This is just a nightmare, and you'll never wake up. That does seem like it would be less encouraging than the general game over thing. Next. North or South Pole? The West Pole. They drift over time, so you never really know. Katoon actually died during the flowy part? Huh! I'm surprised. Katoon's really good at most things, video game related. There's a reason he's a KLDC judge, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Reset save file is one option. And... he's an okay player. He's pretty dang okay. Reset save file. God, do I have anything else, like, actually prepared? Super Mario World. Okay, there we go. There's our options. I'm gonna let you guys vote for 2 minutes. I'm gonna get up and use the restroom really quick. You guys can make a decision. The choices are yours, and yours collectively. I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Oop. Reset Undertale file has won massively. Funny to see when the game came out, you knew when someone hit the flowy fight because they would reopen the game every few minutes on Steam. Huh! Scared of the Photoshop flowy and was like, what the fuck is this? Died up doing nothing. Doki Doki Literature Club. I've beaten Doki Doki Literature Club. In fact, I wandered off for about 30 minutes during a certain part that would be obvious why you would wander off for about 30 minutes. Just to see what would happen. I think I got up and did the dishes. Should stay practice for doing it RTA, yeah. No one knows while playing it. Also, I know Twitch chat support me. It supports me, but it doesn't actually do anything with it. I think it just punts it out as text. I'm lazy. Boy owns all the tools. Notice the colon is gone from your last message. Yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, the on-screen thing, it's. I implemented it because it used to hide them. Yeah, Max mentioned that, but it's not. I'd be curious to see the clip from Katoon. All right. Well, since the poll was unequivocal, we'll just add a marker and figure this out. All right. So I guess exit is the way to get to this. It seems like the sanest way. Have to use the mouse. F4, not Alt F4. I've learned my lesson. Hide mouse.